Hi guys, how are you? This is Anthony from Carnivore Sensations. I just want to say hi and sorry it took so long for me to make this video. I've had some hiccups in my health here and recouping from them. I had cellulitis in both legs, and basically it was some stupidity of my own. I had decided to ride a bike I haven't ridden in probably 20 years, and I crashed and burned and got some scrapes and bruises and didn't take care of them. So FYI, take care of your scrapes and bruises. So the whole purpose of making this video here is to show you guys proof about what I'm talking about, because I'm a firm believer. I don't listen to nobody that can't back up what they say and back up what they say regularly. Me myself, I've been through a lot in my life here when it comes to health issues, and you know, I'm sure other people have or been through more. You know, I'm just a human being, you guys, and I go through trial and errors just like everybody else. I'm no better than anybody else. I'm no worse than anybody else. I'm just an honest chap that you know, likes truth and what they say. I'm not about lying. I'm not about feeding people full of bull. People that do that, to each their own, I suppose. They can say whatever they want to say or claim to be whatever they want to be, regardless if they claim they're a doctor or what kind of status that they have or what they say they've been through. I guess if they don't have any kind of proof to show the people, it's pretty futile to me. I just don't believe it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show, this is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to make this video here and make another video just because there's a lot of stuff to go through and to show you guys. I'm not going to show you guys everything, obviously. I'm just going to show you guys the big stuff and explain them to you guys about kind of what I went through and how I overcome that, and all that good jazz, and what the carnivore diet has actually done for me in my life. I'm just going to say right now, if it wasn't for the carnivore diet, I really don't honestly think I'd be alive right now. And that's truthful, honest stuff, because the kind of stuff that was going on with me was progressively getting worse and worse and harder to control, and harder to control. Just like this last bout with this infection that I had here, it was pretty gnarly. It was hard to get rid of, and I just think whatever's out there for helping me through this and making me get through it. It was really hard. I'm still not 100%, but I'm a lot better than what I was. It dang near rendered me immobile to the point to where, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, it was a crying task to get out of bed to go to the bathroom, and that's just the truth of the matter. You know, before there's some certain conditions that I had, like Fournier's gangrene. Again, if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's pretty graphic to explain. All I can do is to explain to you, it's an infection that either a male or female can get, anybody can get. The conditions just have to be right, and it has to do with in your nether regions and stuff like that. So if you want to, and if you got like a garbage can by you, look it up, but be prepared of what it is. It's pretty gnarly. The survival rate of that alone is, if I remember right, it's like 16-17% of people survive through it. It's just that gnarly. But yeah, it can. I can't say enough about the carnivore diet. I've had doctors tell me that I'm making a huge mistake by doing this diet, and I've had doctors that are just utterly flabbergasted and in awe that I've been able to do what I've been able to do. So I really can't say enough about it. And my mission here is not, well, I'll say a little bit for myself, just you know, to be able to help other people succeed in what they want to succeed, because I know firsthand experience on what things are like on a level that most people do not know. And if you haven't been there, you just won't know. You can say whatever you want to say, you can talk whatever you want to talk, but unless you've been there, you just don't know. And so and that's from any aspect of it, because it's a different world than just losing 50 or 60 pounds. That's nothing compared to what I'm talking about. But I care about everybody. So we're gonna get this started here. About some health issues here. I'm just gonna log into my stuff here real quick. So to give you a quick rundown, got chronic back pain, osteoarthritis, edema of both legs, hyperlipidemia associated with type 2 diabetes, obesity, chest pain, pelvic abscess of the scrotum, foreigners gangrene, sepsis, type 2 diabetes, AKI, that's acute kidney injury, indigestion, varicose veins, hernias, snoring, protein in my urine, that's from my kidneys, sleep apnea, tumors, low testosterone, degeneration of lumbar, let's see here, testicular hypoglycemia, appendicitis, anxiety, chronic GERD, chronic kidney disease for severe depression, calcium elevated, let's see, hypertension, bacterial skin infection of legs, low sodium levels. And that's what we're going to kind of talk about in this video, in this one. So we're going to start out with the chronic back pain. It's pretty, I don't know if I would say that it's pretty standard, but I got degenerative disc disease. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't really cry and whine about that. I think a lot of people have the same issues and know what that is. Osteoarthritis is basically in my feet from the deterioration of the bones and whatnot to my feet from being so big, and just in my joints and whatnot, you know, from having so much water retention and being so big and my joints and everything expanding. And I've always been mobile through all of this, and it's just basically wear and tear from that. Edema, like I can't say enough about edema. Like, I've had my feet this big, and I'm not even exaggerating, the size of footballs, to the point where I couldn't even stand because my balance and everything would be so out of whack I'd literally fall over. Let's see here, hypolipidemia. I'm assuming that's the same thing as edema. I really don't know. Obesity, of course, being 713 pounds, I think most people would consider that being obese. So all these things here that I'm talking about, we'll get into all this stuff later, about the specifics. Chest pains that it has listed in here. I can't tell you how many times I thought I was having heart attacks with that kind of stuff. Pelvic abscesses, that's anywhere from foreigners gangrene to boils to cysts to you name it. I've had it. Some more severe than others, some pretty I don't want to say normal. I don't think any of that kind of stuff is normal, to be honest with you. All I can say is since I've done the carnivore diet, I haven't had anything like that anymore. And knock on some wood or whatever you got around you, that's a good thing. Abscess of scrotum, that's specifically due to with the 4 years gangrene. Again, I don't. If you guys want me to get into that over this is definitely not for kids to hear, or I wouldn't feel comfortable having kids hear about this kind of stuff because it's pretty graphic. If you guys want to know about it, leave a comment down in the comments, and I'll make a video pertaining to that specifically. Sepsis, that's just basically your infection is so gnarly it's into your bloodstreams. Again, that's pretty. If you want to know more about it, leave a comment down in the comments, and I can explain it more in depth. I honestly believe that 90% of what people go through has merely to do with what they put in their body. Again, like what they sell in stores as food is, to me, it's not food. The people that make food and process it and everything are nothing but, I'm just gonna be real with you, drug dealers. They want you to come and buy their stuff, and so again, I'll make a video pertaining to that kind of stuff, exactly about what I think about it. Yeah, acute kidney injury, stage 4, and I bounced in the works from stage 4 to stage 5. Kidney injury. Stage 5 is end stage kidney disease, and that's basically, I think it's from 16 GFR down to 0. Right now I do believe I'm at 33% GFR. So my GFRs went up from 3% to 33% since I started this carnivore diet, and that's kind of going against everything what nephrologists say to do. Again, my nephrologist is 100% knowing of what I'm doing, and she's kind of on the realm of don't stop doing what you're doing because it's working. She can't really explain it, but I got the green light to go about it. And again, if anybody wants to know more about that, put a comment in the deal, send me an email, and we can talk about this further. I want to know what you guys want to hear about and all that good stuff. The most important things for me is to help people, not to satisfy myself or to give myself a bigger ego, because I could care less about an ego. It really doesn't matter to me. I just want to help people go through and succeed through the same stuff, if not worse, than I've been through, because there are people out there that have been through a lot worse, and that's just the nature of it. Life's hard, you guys, and health is even worse, and so a lot of the times people just don't give a damn about what other people go through, and unless you've been through it, then it seems to be other people struggle to find other people to talk about things that they've been through. Otherwise, they just don't want to hear about it, because A, they don't care, B, I don't know, they just don't care. And to me, that's not right. Everybody deserves people to help each other. That's what we should do, is help each other. So let's go through this a little bit more. Indigestion, varicose veins, hernia. Gotten hernias in my stomach just from being so big. It's not an intestinal hernia to where your intestines poke through. It was more of a fatty hernia, and basically nothing to worry about. That's going to get all fixed when I get my skin removal, and all that good stuff. Protein in urine, that's basically from my kidney disease. Fatty tumor, I had tumors in my legs. They were non-cancerous, and so got those removed. Low testosterone, I think my testosterone was in the 60s. Now it's in the upper 700s, I do believe, in the low 800s, since the carnivore diet. Again, I feel like a totally different person from the carnivore diet. I attribute everything to this diet, because before this diet I was a pretty rocky mess, pretty bad, you guys. Like I really can't even begin to explain some things on how bad it was, and the things I put my family through, and because it was pretty wretched. It was really wretched, and I'm sure some people out there can really understand what I'm talking about the whole family situation, because it's rough. It's really rough to go through this kind of stuff, and to expect people to understand what you go through, because they just don't understand, and you really can't expect them to understand. All you can do is hope for the best and try your best. See, degeneration of lumbar, again, that's probably from being just so big for so long. The pain attributed with that kind of stuff is astronomical. I can't even explain to you how many times I have just fallen out of the blue just from walking or standing in the shower and just falling to the ground, just from that kind of stuff. Now, since the carnivore diet, I have very little pain in my back, you guys. Very little pain. And it's great to be able to say that. And yeah, let's see here. Sleepiness, man. I cannot say the lack of sleep I've had before the carnivore diet. I bet you I'd sleep maybe 1 to 2 hours a night before the carnivore diet, and that's no exaggeration. When I started the carnivore diet, being able to sleep was so huge, and that was one of the biggest things that I noticed right away, is the sleeping patterns of it. Yeah. Let's see here. The testicular hypogondism. I'm not exactly sure what that is. When I had Fournier's gangrene, I had to have some parts removed. I'm assuming that's what that was. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Appendicitis. I'm sure everybody knows what appendicitis is. I had my appendix removed. Not a big deal. A lot of people go through that kind of stuff. Anxiety. You guys, I had such bad anxiety to where, man, I can't even explain to you. Like, I would have panic attacks, and just out of the blue, just from the normal occurrences of daily activity, and that's no exaggeration. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. Now, no, I don't have anxiety. Everything's pretty in check, and I'm able to handle life as it should. A lot of things don't bother me. A lot of things that would have just completely crushed my world before doesn't bother me. It just doesn't. Chronic GERD. I used to have heartburn and all that kind of stuff so bad to where I'd wake up puking in my sleep. Pretty gnarly. Again, it says chronic kidney disease, stage 4. That's where I'm at right now. Depression. I used to be so depressed, you guys, to where, man, I didn't know my head from my butt, and that's no exaggeration. I couldn't even function, to be honest with you. And I'm surprised that I was able to get as far as I did. Yeah. Let's see here. Serum calcium elevated. Tell you a little bit about that. with my calcium and my potassium and all that kind of stuff. I've had that stuff so high and so low to where like when I was in the hospital for the 4 years gangrene, my potassium was so high to where it took them 3 days to get it down in the hospital. My calcium either runs extremely high or extremely low, and they just don't know why. Right now, as of right now, it's normal. So that's kind of the things that worry me right now, is my calcium and my potassium, and all that kind of good stuff. So and again, you guys, if you guys want to know anything more in depth about what I'm saying, like absolute specifics, I'll talk to anybody about it. I'll show anybody anything that they want to know. It's no big deal to me by any means. If I were going to sit here and show everybody specifics about everything right now, man, this would be a day-long video. And honestly, I just don't got time for that. Like, but if anybody wants to know anything specifically, I'm more than willing. You see your foot pains. Again, that's just from my tendons and everything, and ligaments being all messed up, torn, descended in my calves to the top of my foot, just basically disintegrating, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm set to have surgery here pretty soon on both my feet. They're not going to do both my feet right away, just 1 foot at a time, because it's such extensive surgeries, and it takes so long to recover from it. Even if they were to do both feet, I wouldn't do them, because it just takes too much out of you, and it's too long of a recovery time. Okay, we got hypertension associated with chronic disease due to type 2 diabetes. When you have kidney disease, it messes with your blood pressure extremely, you guys. Like, I can't even tell you how much it messes with it. Right now, that is my current battle, where I actually do take medications. The majority of my medications is to do with high blood pressure. Yeah, so that's about the only medications I take, except for omeprazole. But prior to the carnivore diet, I was on about 12, 13 different medications, and that's no exaggeration. If I were to look into my pharmacy records here right now, I got like 3-4 pages of nothing but medications that I've been on. So yeah, bacterial skin infection of legs. I had cellulitis. I've had probably 11-12 times altogether, including this last time, you guys. And each time gets worse and worse and harder to take care of and to treat. So yeah, low sodium levels. Again, I cannot stress to you enough on how important sodium is on this diet. It's probably one of the most important things on this diet is sodium. And that has to do with how your muscles function, how they fire off. Because again, when you switch from a standard diet to what everybody else eats to the carnivore diet, your physiology, or whatever that word is, sorry, I can't really speak here right now, changes to how your muscles fire and what they use and all that good stuff. So keep that in mind, guys. So again, if anybody wants to know anything specifically about what's being said or what isn't being said, or if someone has a question, ask in the comments. It's a pretty simple ordeal. Anything I talk about, I can answer pretty quickly. So again, I enjoy your guys' time, and I'm excited to hear what you guys got to say. So what I'm going to do now is I don't really know how to go about doing this, so I'm just going to do it this way right now. Next time I'll probably do a little different. I'll probably grab another GoPro. Again, I don't know a lot about how to do this kind of stuff. I'm kind of learning as I go. So, well, this is what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to grab this camera, and I'm going to show you what I'm reading off to you guys through the hospital. So, okay, hold on a sec. This is what we're going to do. Ciao. So, hopefully, you guys can see this stuff here. This is what my health issues here in the last probably 4 to 5 years. Again, if you guys could read this stuff, awesome. I hope you can. Again, this is directly from the hospital. All that good stuff. So, in the next video, we'll go through more stuff from a different hospital. So, I've been living in the current spot where I'm at now about four years. So, and I've been to a lot of hospitals, you guys, and I have a lot of records. But the next one I'm going to show you is going to have to do with the multiple myeloma. And all that kind of good stuff. And I'll show you some things that doctors have been completely off their rocker about too. Like it's been pretty jaw-dropping that some doctors are just completely detuned from life. But people, you got to understand though, with doctors are trained for medications. You go to doctors for a quick fix. You go to doctors for answers now. You don't go for doctors for an extended thing to do about your health. A lot of doctors, when you go to them, they look for quick fixes for you right then and there. That's what they're chose to do. The majority of doctors, they ain't gonna tell you what to eat and all this kind of stuff. Like, hey, those Fruit Loops are bad for you, dude. That's part of your problem. You know, they're not going to tell you that. They could care less, to be honest with you. When you go to a doctor, they look for a pill to solve your problem. And that's just the truth of it all. And I don't care what anybody says. That's just how it is. They're not trained to deal with your eating habits or any of that kind of stuff. That's all on you, you guys. 100%. All I can tell you is you are basically what you eat. Take a second when you go shopping and look at what you're eating. Look at the ingredients of what you're eating. Actually look stuff up to see what that stuff is. You'd be shocked, you guys. You'd be absolutely shocked. It's absolutely crazy. Sugar is one of the most addicting things on this planet. It's the same as worse than cocaine, heroin, or anything of that nature. And that's just the truth of it all. And it truly is. It truly is. And if you don't believe me, anybody that's tried to diet and they fail, there's a reason for it. There's a huge reason for it, you guys. And we'll get into all that kind of stuff too. Because I feel very, very deeply about this kind of stuff, and now that my eyes are open and in tune with this kind of stuff, I feel very passionate about it, not only for myself but with other people, and that's just the way it is, because you're a totally different person when you're eating the right things and versus the wrong things. But what I do on this diet very well might not be the ticket for somebody else, Everybody is different to what they can do and what they can't do, what their body will react to. Nobody's the same person. Nobody. You guys need to understand that. So when you guys listen to people talk about what they do, or you need to do this, or you need to do that, chances are, you guys, you're not the same as them. A lot of this is you need to be willing to play around with what you're doing to a degree. And some people can handle different things than other people can. Just like this little thing. You guys, I love cucumbers, man. I love them. I'm like, I can't explain to you how much I love them dang things, but I can't eat them. They mess with me too much. Like, they make me hurt so bad. I can't even describe it. Like, to the point to where I don't even want to get out of bed, you guys. And so, and that's just the truth of it all. A lot of times when you try to eat something that you want to see if your body can tolerate it or if it can't, man, you got to wait like 3 days to see if your body will react to it. Why that is, I don't know, but that's just the fact of the matter, you guys. You got to be patient when it comes to this diet. You got to, when you start out with this stuff, you got to stick with the basics. The absolute basics of it all, like steak, hamburger, some pork, all that kind of good stuff. Basic seasonings. Some people can't even handle seasonings, you guys. Like salt and pepper. I use the hell out of Himalayan salt and Celtic salt on all my foods, and I use so much of it now. If a regular person were to eat that, they would choke on it, thinking it's so salty. But to me, it's absolutely divine. It like melts in your mouth. So be patient. Make sure your hydration stays up. Your salt intake stays up, you guys. That's the main things of it. Some people have magnesium issues. And again, when you go to your doctors, have them run panels on you guys. You can request from your doctors on what to do. Remember, they work for you, man. You don't work for them. That's just the name of the game. And if they don't want to listen, you guys, there's millions of doctors out there. You don't got to stay with that one doctor that doesn't want to do what you say, that doesn't want to help you. You guys need to get that through your heads. You're not stuck to one person. And that's just the way it is. I can't tell you how many doctors I have fired throughout the years over their own stupidity. So be patient. When you go to these doctors, explain to them exactly what you want. I have a doctor's appointment coming up Monday, you guys, and it's a doctor that I get along with well from. At first, when I seen this doctor, man, I tell you what, I didn't get along with this dude at all. And this was probably when I started seeing him when I was close to 500 pounds. And he's seen my weight loss from that point to where I am now. And he'll sit there and tell you straight up right now that I am literally the poster boy of what people should be doing. In the future, I plan on having an interview with this gentleman to get his points of views on things about what I've done and what he has seen, and from where I was at, from what he's seen, and to where I'm at now. He can give you a lot of insight. A very well-versed individual. I'll ask him tomorrow if he'd be willing to do something like that. So hopefully he'll say yes. I don't see why he wouldn't. I think it would be a great benefit for you guys, because when I first started this and I told him what I was doing, he was completely flabbergasted on what I was doing. And that's just the reality of it. Most doctors are. Some doctors aren't. Some doctors are pretty nonchalant about what you do, and they're just, oh, okay, and just kind of right out of the way. I've even had doctors say I'm on drugs, you guys, and I'm about the cleanest individual you'll ever find. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. The last bad habit I have, you guys, is smoking cigarettes, and that's next on my list to accomplish, to get rid of. I just don't feel I'm ready for it yet. Hopefully here pretty soon I'll be ready for it. I just got some things to straighten out in my head. I'm sure people can understand that, and where I'm coming from. So I feel like I'm blabbing. I kind of feel stupid just talking to a camera here, because I've never done it before without somebody talking back. So I want to thank you guys for your time and all this good stuff, and I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the comments. Hope to be answering some questions, and really hope to get more people on board here, to see who I can help, because that's a big thing for me, you guys. And every one of you, I would love to help every single one of you guys. So again, my name's Anthony. This is Carnivore Sensations. I hope you guys have a good day. See you on next video.